Welcome back to SourceFedNERD. I'm Philip Molina.
And I'm Sam Bashard. Hey, we got a challenge for you kids at home. Try and come up with a superhero team name for Philip, Whitney, and myself. Maybe some costumes as well, catchphrases, origin stories, etc., etc. We have some friends over at DC, and we're trying to pitch some characters for Injustice 2, or maybe like a DLC later on, because DC is just adding everybody at this point.
Yeah, I want them to add us, and I want my super move to be I take you on a real awkward date, but also drain your cell phone battery, so you just gotta deal with it and talk to me. But back to the new characters. Most recently, Netherrealm expanded Injustice 2's roster to include Black Canary,
Cheetah,
Catwoman,
Poison Ivy,
and Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing is the freaking dopest character they could have added. Him or Kite Man, but I'll settle for Swamp Thing.
Kite Man?
Yeah, he's this dude who fights Batman. He's got a paraglider, and that's it. His catchphrase is Kite Man, hell yeah. And also, let's be real. If I couldn't get superpowers like the Flash, I'd be Kite Man.
I would say you made this up, except I do remember he's in one shot of Lego Batman. But back to Swamp Thing. This leafy hero probably has the best announcement trailer of all the characters they've done so far. While most of you probably were gawking at that moment when he tries to skewer a little teen boy, the thought also might have crossed your mind of, hey, who is this guy? Not the possibly dead, but definitely paralyzed little teen boy, but the funky nose guy with the wings.
This guy. Well, Swamp Thing has been around for quite some time, and he's quite popular. Swamp Fact, he was the third DC character to get his own movie.
I like how we say he's popular, so he's popular.
I mean, yeah, you just announce it.
Yeah.
I'm popular.
Yeah, my mom says.
Yeah.
Directed by none other than freaking Wes Craven. I actually remember watching this movie as a kid and being like, what am I watching? But also it's amazing. I also remember that there was a follow-up movie that
it was a turd. But anyway, Swamp Thing has had 2 TV shows, live action and animated. He's starred in numerous animated properties and video games. The votes are in. People like Swamp Thing.
So, let's get into the info you need to know about this guy and why exactly he's so great. First, Swamp Thing debuted in House of Secrets 92 back in 71 and immediately became a star, the biggest thing in the whole world. The height of Swamp Thing's popularity was probably during Alan Moore's run with Vertigo. Actually, we highly recommend that book because it gets really into the definition of what is Swamp Thing? Is he a human man or just like the world's smartest plant? It's actually really deep stuff, but actually that's not what you want to hear about. You want to know why he's into tentacle porn. So let's just get into it.
The most popular origin for Swamp Thing centers around Alec Holland. Alec was a botanical scientist who was working on a formula that was meant to turn deserts into lush forests. But alas, he was sabotaged.
Sabotaged. Alec got dosed in his own chemicals, which burned him. And what are we all taught to do when we're covered in chemicals?
Jump in a swamp.
Exactly. Then bam, Swamp Thing's born. Swamp Thing, basically just a bunch of plants bunched together and they make a humanoid figure.
Swamp Fact, Swamp Thing is the avatar of the green, which is a really fun comic booky thing to say. The green is the embodiment of all plant life in the universe. So that means that Swamp Thing can control every seed, every leaf, every branch, every bush that's ever lived. Cool.
Here's what's so game-changing, because they put him in a game and is changing it, about this depiction of Swamp Thing in Injustice. From what we can tell, they're actually giving him the appropriate level of powers that he has in the comics, which is huge, because he's one of the most powerful characters in DC, period. So let's go ahead and cover just a few real specific things this guy can do. Obviously, we already saw the ability to make plant wings.
Right, so freaking cool. And he can basically make plant anything, and he can transfer his consciousness into whatever other plant life is around. So to be clear, say he's on fire, he's beaten near to death, and he's in a vat of acid.
So he's not having a good day.
Right. Then there's this little tiny tobacco leaf chilling in a little tiny cigar stub that some old-timey newspaper editor left in the trash. Swamp Thing could transfer his consciousness into that tobacco leaf and then regrow his entire body right there.
In the trash, his whole body. And this works anywhere there's any remnant of plant life. So basically anywhere. It kind of makes him immortal. In the game, you can see a version of this that kind of looks like cloning / teleportation.
It's so cool. And he also can do that shooting out viney tendril thing that you'd imagine a plant-based superpowered individual could do. But they can also expand into pretty much any size, and they don't have to come from his body. So then Groot's powers plus Poison Ivy's.
And also, considering Poison Ivy is in this game, that should be a fun matchup. But to be clear, Swamp Thing can destroy Poison Ivy. She uses chemical influence to control plant life. Swamp Thing is plant life. He's a manifestation of the green. Kind of like how we say Barry Allen is fast, but then Savitar is like, oh, that's cool. I'm the god of speed.
Ooh, learn more about him up there. Yeah, but that with plants. And I know the phrase that but with plants isn't very cool, but trust me, here it is.
So basically, get excited. Pick Swamp Thing for every fight. Use log kick again and again, and that's how I'm gonna win every fight, by the way.
I hate that.
That's my move. Not to mention also, this game already looked awesome. So this is just an added little bonus. And a little bit more on the dangerous ladies they debuted. Black Canary, great fit. Love the siren call. But also, I really like how Cheetah's got agility-based fighting, kind of like Batman does too. Yeah. Plus with her and Catwoman, you get to make that really cliched cat fight joke. cat sound.
Oh, and let's just do a quick thank you to today's sponsor, Graze.com. Graze.com combines wholesome ingredients with the flavors we all love and use a whole lot of imagination to create over 100 exciting snacks. Every snack has a nutritionist-approved health badge and never uses GMO ingredients, trans fats, or artificial colors or flavors.
So basically how it works, you go to Graze.com, you enter the code SFNERD to get a free sampler box, put in what kind of flavors you like, browse and rate snacks, and Graze will deliver a customized box to your home or work. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Check them out, let us know how you like them. Also, by the way, Swamp Thing could transfer his consciousness into that box if you let him. So there's that.
And that's it from us. Let us know which DC characters you'd like to see in Injustice 2. Some of you were saying Dr. Fate, Superboy, Jessica Cruz, the Atom, Man-Bat, Steel, Plastic Man. Loved them all, but come on. The one we need is Kite Man.
Ooh, or Ragman.
Ooh, damn, that's a good one too. Let us know what you think on Twitter @female @SamBasher. Then give this video a like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell icon to stay up to date with all of our videos, and check back with us tomorrow. Don't forget that homework assignment. Bye. Bye.
Marvel dropped a little production video out of nowhere that had us all feeling like dizzy and nauseous.
First up, you've seen him on the CW on again, off again, on again, and then dead, and then not dead, and then kinda dead.